Hi, today I'm talking about my desiccant and HIC card for long-term storage of your records. Now, for me, this is a solution in regards to humidity control. Typically, mold grows over 50% humidity. And you may not hear it in the background, but I actually have a dehumidifier running, which tries to keep the basement, where I store most of my collection, at 50% or slightly less, maybe 45%. That being said, I have some very expensive records that are hard to find and replace. So in this case here, I have ZZ Top's greatest hits out of Europe. And this is one that I know cost me a lot of money, but two, I know that it's very hard to get if I needed to get it again. And mine was in mint condition, so I want to take care of it. So what I came out with was the desiccant in this corner and HIC. Now they have an adhesive back, so you can just stick them in the corner of the sleeves and you don't have to worry about them moving and interfering with the record. In addition to that, the desiccant is totally sustainable in design. It's made with recycled paper on the outer, and it has natural fiber desiccant. So this will absorb 100% of its weight, unlike a lot of the other desiccants that have toxic byproducts or lower absorption rates. As you can see, what I did is I put the date on it. And the reason I put the date on it is in a high humid area, this will probably last about 6 months. Of course, the HIC card is blue on the record label, and when it turns pink, that means you've been exposed to a high level of humidity, and you should change your desiccant. Now, I wouldn't do this for all my records. I would just do this for my most expensive ones, of which I have about 100 out of my collection of 700. So how do you do that? So in this case here, I'm going to remove the record. And as you can tell, I'm using my 2mm inner sleeves. I would take my desiccant card, put the date on it, 10/08/21. Simply peel off the adhesive strip covering. Take it down to the farthest corner. Either one, doesn't matter, it's up to you. Put it home, press it down, and I'm good to go. The HIC has the same thing, but I only get in the package one HIC for 10 desiccant. So there's no need to put an HIC in absolutely everyone. I just need to know to check a certain record later, because generally the conditions will be the same for all of the records. And then because it's thin enough, it's out of the way, and away I go. So one more, in this case very expensive and valuable to me, is my Judas Priest Metalworks, and I have this in my dual pocket 2mm, as you can see, and I want to make sure I can take care of that. So I take out the record, take my HIC, or take my desiccant, 21. Remove the adhesive strip. Please use the strip. Do not put these loose in the record inner sleeve. Apply some pressure. As you can see, it's not going to fall out. Excuse my arthritis. That's one done. And in this case, I want another HIC, just so I can see what it looks like. Now once you open this package, it's very tight because I wanted to keep the air out of it. You need to reseal it, whatever you don't use, inside of a Glad bag. And you see there's a 3M backing on it. I only expose a corner because I want to use this card again. Once it turns pink, I can dry it out with a hair dryer and put it back in and use it again. Put it in the corner, put it flat. Store my records. You see it doesn't come close to it. Maybe storing it upside down. And there you have it. I've stored a few $100s of records for pennies.